Tropical Cyclone Narelle is about to make landfall on the Northern Territory coast tonight. And when it does, it will bring destructive winds, dangerous storm surge and life-threatening flooding. Right across the top end, communities are in the firing line right now. And with river systems already saturated from weeks of wet season rainfall, the flooding risk is very serious. So let's get right into it. Here is everything you need to know about Narelle. Narelle made landfall in far north Queensland yesterday morning as a dangerous Category 4 system. It tracked across Cape York Peninsula, weakened to Category 2 and moved into the Gulf of Carpentaria overnight. Now, over the warm Gulf waters, Narelle is re-intensifying, and that is the critical issue today. As of 9:30 this morning, Australian Central Standard Time, Narelle is a Category 2 tropical cyclone tracking westward through the Gulf of Carpentaria. The Bureau of Meteorology has it sitting at 13 degrees south, 139.1 degrees east. Approximately 260 kilometres east-southeast of Newland Bay. Sustained winds near the centre are currently 110 kilometres per hour, with gusts to 155 kilometres per hour. The system is moving west at 19 kilometres per hour. BOM's forecast track map confirms Narelle is expected to reach severe tropical cyclone strength. That is Category 3 before it crosses the eastern top-end coast tonight or early Sunday morning. The most likely landfall point is between Birrini and Numbulwar on the Arnhem Land coast. After landfall, Narelle will weaken as it moves inland across the top end on Sunday and Monday. BOM has issued a tropical cyclone warning for a very large stretch of the top-end coast. That warning zone runs from Nulun Buoy to Port MacArthur, including Borroloola, Numbulwar, Alyangula, Gapuwiak, Ramingining, Bulman and Nguku. If you are in any of these communities, this warning is for you. The winds are the most immediate hazard and the numbers here are very serious. The most dangerous zone is the coastal strip between Birrini and Numbulwar, including Groot Island. BOM is forecasting very destructive wind gusts of up to 185 kilometres per hour in that zone. Those very destructive winds are forecast to develop this evening and continue overnight into Sunday. Before that, destructive gusts of up to 160 kilometres per hour are forecast from this afternoon and may extend to the area between Nulun Bay and Nathan River overnight, depending on Narelle's exact track. Further along the coast, Gapuwiak to Port MacArthur, including Nulun Buoy and Borroloola. Damaging gales with gusts to 120 kilometres per hour are forecast from this afternoon. These gales continue overnight and may extend west to Ramingining, Bulman and Nguku on Sunday. If you have not yet secured outdoor property, boats, furniture, equipment, please do it now. Use the remaining daylight hours. Once those winds arrive, it'll be too late. BOM is warning of a potentially dangerous storm tide between Cape Shield and Port Roper as the cyclone centre crosses the coast during the overnight hours. Storm tide is when a cyclone drives seawater onshore combined with damaging waves. It is extremely dangerous. Tides will be higher than normal between Nulun Buoy and Port MacArthur today and Sunday. If you are in a low-lying coastal area in that zone, please move to higher ground before dark tonight. BOM has issued a hurricane force wind warning for the Roper-Groot coast for today, the most severe marine wind category. No vessel should be anywhere near those waters. A gale warning is also in effect for the Arafura coast and Gove Peninsula coast today. On Sunday, a storm force wind warning will be in effect for the Roper-Groot coast. Now let's turn to rainfall and flooding. This is where the impacts spread far beyond the coast. BOM is warning of locally intense rainfall leading to dangerous and life-threatening flash flooding over the eastern top end between Numbulwar and Birrini, including Groot Island this afternoon. Heavy rainfall causing flash flooding is expected from Port MacArthur to Nulun Bay from this afternoon, then spreading further inland through Sunday. The top end is entering this event with catchments wet to saturated across the board. That means rivers and creeks will respond very rapidly to any rainfall Narelle delivers. BOM issued a major flood warning for the Katherine River at 11:39 this morning. Katherine Bridge is currently at 10.11 metres and falling, but that will change quickly. Minor flooding is likely at Katherine Bridge overnight Sunday into Monday, with major flooding possible from Monday afternoon. At Nipmuc Centre upstream, minor flooding is expected Sunday morning and major flooding possible overnight Sunday. If you are in Katherine or travelling the Stewart Highway through that region, plan ahead before Monday. The Waterhouse River at Beswick Bridge is under a major flood warning. Currently at 5.5 metres, the river is forecast to exceed the minor flood level Sunday morning and could reach the major flood level of 8.7 metres from Sunday afternoon. BOM issued an initial moderate flood warning for the Adelaide River this morning. Adelaide River Town is currently at 3.94 metres and falling, but may exceed the minor flood level overnight Sunday into Monday and the moderate level from early Monday. The Daly River is already in prolonged major flooding completely independently of Narelle. It peaked last Sunday at 16.4, 2 metres above the 1,998 benchmark of 16.25 metres. Currently at 14.68 metres and falling slowly, but renewed rises are expected from Sunday. The Daly is forecast to remain above the major flood level well into next week. Looking further west, the Kimberley region of Western Australia is also on watch. After crossing the NT, Narelle is forecast to continue westward and affect the Kimberley from around Monday. BOM has issued a flood watch for the north, east and west Kimberley. Widespread heavy to locally intense rainfall is possible from Monday, with catchments already saturated. There is uncertainty around timing and track. BOM will refine that watch as the forecast evolves. If you are in northern Kimberley communities, keep a very close eye on BOM updates. A severe weather warning is also current for parts of the Daly, Arnhem, Carpentaria and Gregory districts. Locally intense rainfall north of Katherine on Sunday could produce up to 350 millimetres in 24 hours. Damaging wind gusts of around 100 kilometres per hour are also possible inland on Sunday. Affected locations include Katherine, Jabiru, Maningrida, Mataranka, Pine Creek and Barunga. Now, here is the official NTES advice. Please listen carefully. If you are between Birrini and north of Numbulwar, including Groot Island, complete your preparations immediately and shelter in a safe place. Authorities have confirmed around 500 Numbulwar residents are being evacuated by air to Darwin, accommodated at Nightcliff High School. If you are in Numbulwar, follow official instructions now. For remaining areas, Nhulunbuy, Alyangula, Gapuiak, Borolula, commence or continue preparations urgently, secure boats and property. For Raminganing, Bulman and Engulkor, take precautions and monitor the next NTES advice. For anyone in flood-affected areas, the message is simple. Do not drive, walk, swim or play in floodwater under any circumstances. If it is flooded, forget it. No trip is worth your life. Obey all road closure signs. Do not attempt to cross flooded roads. This is a fast-moving situation. Conditions will change rapidly over the next 24 hours. Monitor bom.gov.au for the latest tropical cyclone advice and updated warnings. Check securent.nt.gov.au for NT emergency information and download the Hazards Near Me app. We will continue tracking Narelle and bring you updates as this situation develops. If you found this useful, please like, subscribe and turn notifications on. To everyone across the top end and Gulf communities tonight, please take this seriously. Get your preparations done while you still have daylight, find a safe place to shelter and stay away from floodwaters and the coast once conditions deteriorate. Stay safe out there everyone, and we will see you with the next update very soon.